Peace to everyone. It's the Mystic here. So, today I'm going to briefly speak about the full moon in Capricorn. So, in a couple of days, it's going to be a full moon and it's going to be in the sign of Capricorn. So, I've been reading a few posts, a few articles about this full moon, and they've been saying that it's going to be a very intense energy, and that's because we've got planets like Pluto, the moon, Mars, and there is the energy there that can cause conflict. We've got energies like aggression, of very active, very intense, deep feelings, death and regeneration. Those kind of energies that, if not thought about consciously, if you don't take a moment and just realize, then things could be taken the wrong way. So, one thing I want to definitely remind you, if you don't know about this, is that we should try to respond more than we react. So, I think that this full moon, if you really pay attention and if you really want to be better at communicating with your spouse, with your children, with your friends, with your family, if you want to not have so much conflicts and just kind of smooth things out and have more pleasant interactions, then you should really think about responding more instead of reacting so much with your emotions. So the three cards that Spirit drew was the Devil's Play, which number one, it is in the tarot cards. The Devil card is associated with the sign of Capricorn. So, right there, we've got Spirit saying that yes, this is an energy, this is a time where the energies can be, it can fool you. It can leave you feeling like you're bonded. It can be very intense, very seductive, very wild kind of energies. I also got another card. It was the Seven of Worlds. And I actually want to read a few of these cards. This is from the Voyager Tarot. So, let's start with the Devil's Play. Okay. So, it says the shadow or negative side of Devil's Play is that you risk stepping off the edge under the influence of intoxicated madness. Stone blind like the dodo bird, you perform misdeeds. Out of ignorance, you are the devil. So watch out. So those are something, if you feel that you are misleading people, if you feel that you're being misled, if you feel that there's an energy around you, if one thing about this card is that there is it's a good time for indulging in your passions, what makes you excited. But when you indulge too much, a little bit too much of something, of anything, can be detrimental to you. So you need to watch out, know your limits, know how far you can go, and how you want to interact with other people, because being too intoxicated in anything, it may not bring the best out of you and the people around you. So for this energy, if you're going to be around that kind of party atmosphere, whatever it may be, just remember to know yourself and to be conscious of the things that you do. There's no reason to say anymore, oh, I didn't realize, oh, I didn't know that that would happen. You have to think ahead. You have to make wise decisions, because that's how we often find ourselves in these deep holes, and that's because we didn't think it through, and we try and blame other people, when if we took a step back and was choosing the right steps, choosing the right paths, then we may not have fell into that hole. So the next card was the Man of Cups. It says the Surfer. I'll read a little about that. So for this full moon, keep your emotions under control so that you do not lose your balance. Be calculating and discriminating in choosing which emotional waves to ride and which to let pass. Keep your cool as you negotiate the emotional roller coaster of life. So as I said, I've read a few posts, that said that it's going to be an intense emotions. The full moon itself always brings out intense emotions. But now the sign that it's under, the sign that it's coming into, the moon is coming into, it brings that energy up some more. So as I said before, consciously realize, okay, do I want to step into that? Do I want to take a moment and be like, okay, I know that this person is doing this and is getting me upset. What do I need to do to not react? Move away. Go away. Say something different. Do something different. Apologize. Whatever it is for your situation, you just need to, it may be an emotional time that you are going through as this full moon comes, and the days and 2 weeks after, the emotions may still be there, but it's just know that you're riding an emotional roller coaster, and you have the power to stop the ride. Okay, just know that. All right, so also the Seven of Worlds is a breakthrough card. So in the book it says, move through blocks, obstacles, inactivity, and stagnation. It is time to burst forth with your talents and energies. Let nothing deter you. So, let's just go back. It's a full moon in Capricorn, right? It's going to be some intense energies, which means that maybe some people will be having some relationship problems. Maybe they'll be going through some conflicts with people, with themselves. Maybe they'll feel very overwhelmed, very, very unbalanced. So what we need to do is break through. There's going to be some obstacles. We always have obstacles in our lives, right? And this energy coming in a couple of days is what is going to help you to realize what you can break through from. What is the issue there that the obstacle that you need to jump over, that you need to figure out. Everything in this life, it's a lesson, and it makes us better. Trust me, it hurts. It hurts a lot in the moment. And then when you pass that moment, you realize, wow, I'm stronger. You realize I could have done something differently. All right? So we want to break through. We want to get through those obstacles so that we can feel good about ourselves. We want to get through those intense energies and not feeling regret, right? So once again, it's also a good time if you're feeling very intense, if you're feeling very seductive, if you're feeling very emotional. This is a good time for you to play as well. Have some excitement. If you feel like you need to just not go too deep into things, then this is a great time to indulge in some awesome times with your friends, your families, your spouse. It's a great time to go towards your passions, your desires. But always, always think first, all right? When you indulge without thinking, that's where the problems go. When you over-intoxicate, when you do too much of something, that's where the problems come in. So you have to consciously think as well. You can have your play, you can have your cake, but, realize that you have to think, or else you're creating obstacles for yourself. You're creating problems for yourself, okay? So, and this was a surfer. This is a very, emotional card, right? So it was saying that, during this time you can feel very emotional as well, but you've got to realize that it is a roller coaster you're going through. You can enjoy the ride or you can get off of it, okay? You have control. All you got to do is just stop for a moment and respond instead of reacting. That's our first thing. But when you need to make decisions about complicated things, that's when you just need to just step back and evaluate how you're feeling. And if it is, and you don't have to say, I shouldn't be feeling this way. No, you need to say, I'm feeling this way because of this. And now you say, do I want to feel this way? Do I want to continue to feel this way? No, then find a solution. Speak out. If you're feeling a way because your partner did something, then you need to speak to your partner so that you can move past this, okay? We make things a lot harder than what it is sometimes. And sometimes we got people in our lives that are not as mature and not as responsible as us, and we gotta let them go. So you just have to realize what is best for you. So once again, for this full moon, it's also a great moon when you want to manifest taking responsibility, your work ethic, your career, receiving awards, and just being very responsible. So if you want to do some manifestation, some meditation, some focus on finding the right career for you, moving up in your career, finding more persistence in the things that you do, then this is definitely a great moon to manifest those as well. All right, so don't let the intense emotions scare you. You know, go through this full moon just like you have all the rest. Go through it consciously and manifest the things that you want, because you surely can get it, because we are all creators, okay? So this was the video for this full moon. Take a look at the cards. How do you feel about them? Which one are you drawn to? And that card is for you. What's the first things that come to your mind? Whatever it is, meditate on it. You have the answers within you. I'm just there to tell you that you can do it. Ashe, everyone. Talk to you later.